morning, guys. It is a beautiful morning here in Houston, Texas. It's actually a little cool outside. Yesterday, I think it was like 83. Today, it is about, I'd say maybe 65. So for me, it's perfect weather. All right, so today I would have installed this for you on camera, but unfortunately I had to use my phone to install it. It is a Halo touchscreen. So these are Quickset brand, and what they can do is they are Wi-Fi enabled, so I can change the lock code for anybody that needs to get in. For my Airbnb specifically, what I would do is it's going to be matched up with my HostAway software, and when the new person comes 24 hours before the new guest comes in, they get their passcode. And so it changes the passcode, and then it gets rid of the passcode right after they leave, and it stops working right at noon when their checkout time is. Now, sometimes people are still trying to get their stuff out, and I have to give them a temporary one, which you can do on your phone. Super easy, and you can do it for 30 minutes, an hour. It's pretty cool. These are great. I mean, they are a little on the expensive side. They're about $250, but for what they can do, me living in Dallas, you know, I'm not here. I can't come over and fix things for people very quickly. So right now we have, this is where the old lock was, but we have this part. I have not done the cover, and let's see if I can get this to move here. So right here is the outside part of it. Okay, so the door is it's still locked position. So when it's in still the locked position, it is going to, let me turn this thing off again. It is crazy how it follows me like that. Okay. So let's go ahead. This is the back. I'm gonna go ahead and put them back in. This should be quite simple. They do have also this, and I could have used this, but I couldn't find it while I was using the phone. I was going everywhere looking, and I was like, I just have to use the phone. I can't show them, but we will be installing a different Wi-Fi enable lock here in just a moment. This is Defiant. This is a different brand, and this one's in a different class. This one is, I wouldn't say lower, it's just not as enabled as the other one is. So this is for the storage closet versus being for the front door that needs more security. I don't think anybody really wants to steal a bunch of toilet paper, and if they do, what are you gonna do about that? Not much you can do about that. So again, this is the Halo. It's the touch screen. It's really cool. I'll show you on the front in a minute how it works. Here, I'll just give you like a little peek here. So what I've done is, isn't that neat? So when it goes away, it's completely dark, black. See how it goes away? You just have to kind of move your hand across it. I think it's pretty neat, and it runs on batteries, so we do not have to worry about power outages or anything like that. So let's get to work on the back of the door here. I'm going to be using two of my handy dandies. These are Phillips head. Of course, this is my favorite because it's fastest. And this is small, so it fits my hand. You know, my husband had one, and I would use that one. And don't get me wrong, sometimes people like that, but after a long time, it starts to get on my shoulder and my arms. It just becomes too much throughout the day. So using the smaller one is a lot better. All right, sorry I keep going in and out of camera here, but it is what it is. So we're going to set this back on here. This needs to be put in a little bit more. So this one is a little far out, not allowing the other one to go in. Let's see here, maybe it's not in the right spot. It should be easily. This one's been giving me trouble all morning. And you don't want to screw things in too tight. With this one, I just need it in far enough for this to slide on. Now I see the problem. You know, I don't want to say this because it's just grody, but I put it in the wrong hole. So it needs to be at the bottom one, and that's going to explain a lot of what just happened and why it didn't go in. Don't want to strip the screw, so at the very end, I use the hand one because I don't want to have to go to the hardware store and go looking for these itty bitty, you know, 3 millimeter, not even screws. It's a pain. And then when they fall on the floor, oh my God. So always have like a cup or something to put them in, because you will. And I have this morning probably 8 times. I've lost them on the floor and I'm on my hands and knees looking for them. Like, please God, let me find them, please. All right, so now we're gonna try putting this part on. I'm gonna hold the other part between my legs. It went right on. Ta-da! So now, again, see, can you see how small these are? Let me see. See how, like, do you see how little they are? They're teeny tiny, teeny tiny. So I am right-handed, so and I always check to make sure it's going the right way. Right here is the different, that's how you change it, guys and gals. Check it. So again, don't do it to where you hear pop, 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 pop. That means you've gone too far and you're probably not ever going to be able to get that screw out ever again. Without some serious power. There are ways to get it out, not ways that I want to mess with. So this one has 3 screws to make sure it stays on. It has 1, 2, and then 1 on the bottom. So I'm gonna get this one on the bottom. Boop, boop, boop. I don't have it watching me this time because it was getting on my nerves a little bit. I always seem to do that. Okay, I'm gonna need my itty bitty, see if this will work. If not, I need my itty bitty screwdriver. Nope, this won't work. I think. No. And then you need the itty bitty screwdriver, which I reluctantly can't find. But that's okay. No big deal. We'll just pop this on the top right here. It just snaps on. Open, close, open, close. So I'm gonna see if it works with my code that I put in. It works. So, and I can change it. There is an app. I was just looking for my phone. I'm on my phone. I need to get a camera so that way I can use my phone, or I need to have 2 phones, one or the other. If anybody wants to send me another phone, I'm all for it. Send me another phone, please. So that way I can be more efficient. You know, I'm brand new with this. So this one right here, you see this is an old one. I went ahead and covered it up. I think this looks a lot better than trying to cover it with wood and then it having a weak spot. I don't like weak spots in the door. This is a heavy door. This door, you cannot kick through this door. I went and got this at the Restore again, and I got it for $25 for this door right here. So again, Restore has saved me, and this door, I didn't even have to shim like any of it off, like skim, like none of it. It just fit on perfectly. It's like it was meant to be here. So there we go. Now it works. All right. So one more time, I'm gonna show y'all. This is my handy dandy quick set Halo touchscreen with Wi-Fi enabled smart lock. Little thing, opens and shuts. And if I could show you on my phone, I would. But it'll pop up the app, and I have it. You have different names. I have different Airbnbs, so I name them, and I name them something short, so it's easy if I have to type it in very quickly to get somebody in. So, but you really don't. You just pick from the guide of which one you want, and then you can give them a temporary code. So definitely a fan of this brand. I have a different one. It's not the touch screen. I have the ones with the buttons on my other one. And that's because I just wanted to see how each one worked. They were the same price. And they have the same ratings, so I just decided I'm gonna try one of each, see which one I like. So when I open another Airbnb, or again short-term rental, I can go ahead and keep with this brand. Hear that, Kwikset? I love you, Kwikset. All right, guys, I know this wasn't much of a learning process, but you got to see a little bit of me finishing the product. All right, guys, see you again soon.